Welcome to NFX. In this video, we will learn how to create this fireworks effect in Houdini. So let's jump in Houdini. First of all, I'll take a geometry node and inside the geometry node, I'll take a pop network, and here I just delete this source input and I'll take pop location because I want the particle will emit from the center of the grid. So I will take this sorry pop location. So you can see our particle is generating. I'll just take a dark background, and now our particle is emitting, but we don't want this much amount of particles. So I'll reduce the count here, and there is our particle. But we want our particle should go the upper direction. So for this I'll okay, attributes. I'll increase the sorry I add the velocity in the y direction 20. So as you can see, our particle is shooting the upward. Now we will give the some variation. So our particle will not go straight down, or so we have the variation in random direction. I think I have to increase this. I don't want the y axis variation. So we have our rocket positions. Now we want to add a trail in this point. So first of all, I have to delete this particle at the certain point at the after the certain age. So I'll decrease this life around 0.2. Oh, this is too low. Maybe 1. It's still low. I think this is good. Maybe little bit low and some variation. I think I have to increase the speed. And now I have to reduce this light around 2 and 2. I think this is looking good. So now I have to add the trail. So I'll take pop replicate here and connect here, the connect this in the second input, and I'll take merge to merge the both the trail and the tip point. So we have our particles, but it's coming like a sphere. So we have to adjust the shape. Set 0, 0 and 0 here, and set the velocity. And reduce it. So as you can see, we have the trails, but it's giving us some stepping issue. So we will fix it later, but first of all we have to dye this particle. So I'll give some variation. I think I have to increase the velocity also. And I have to reduce this light. And here I have to reduce it more, so the trail will die little sooner. So To fix this stepping issue, we have to increase this minimum and maximum steps. Maybe a little more. So you can see our stepping issue is gone. And now we have the straight tail. Um, we have to give some little noise here in the this trail. So I'll add a pop force here and give some value here in the amplitude. Maybe a little more. So as you can see, I think I have to reduce the scale of this particle size. Where normal size geometry, this point size, 2 is fine. So now our rocket is going up, and when it's die, the blast will happen. So how to create that blast when the rocket is dying? So what we have to do here, I'll take a pop group and in the pop group I'll activate this wax expression, and here I'll type I add dead, and here I'll give a name dead. So I'll give a group name dead, and I'll take this dead attribute because if you see here, you will see we have the dead attribute. Age, this one, dead attribute. So this is the attribute where our particle is dying. So if you see, when our particle is dying, the new particle will born and will explode. So that's why I take this dead attribute, and I'll take I'll take pop replicate, and here I'll activate this group and take dead, which is this group. So now if you will play this, our new particle is generating. So but it's going upside. We don't want that. We want this particle will explode in the round shape. So we have to go here attributes, set initial velocity, and here we have to give the high value. It's not enough, maybe 500. It's too much. 150, 150, 150. Yes, it's looking good. So we will increase the count. I think we have to reduce this little bit more. And now we will add a drag force here, pop drag. So our particle will slow down after the burst. Maybe 0.4. And now this particle also die. So now we have our blast, but now we want we want trail on trail from this particles. So now its count is too high. Let's just reduce it around 120, or maybe around 50. Let's put it 70. Yeah, it's fine. So now we have to add the trail from these particles. So here again I'll take pop replicate, and in the attribute set velocity, but we have to reduce the shape. And this particle will also die, so let's reduce this light. Or maybe 0.3. Reduce this variation. In the last, they are Layer shape is being thick. We don't want that actually. Maybe we have to reduce this. Yeah, it's looking good. Maybe I have to set the camera first. So here I'll set a camera. Actually, we can give some gravity to that tail. So I have to give here a pop force again, and here we will give a -5 maybe. So our particle, the tip particle will go a little bit down. Yes, like this. Now our rocket is ready, and our blast also ready. Now, what we can add here, we have to add that blast points also. So again, here we just copy, this the whole nodes here, and just merge it. Here we don't want this trail because we have also already here trail, and now just merge it here, and we don't need this trail also. So let's see, we have our blast points also. So we will increase this amount, this one. We can give some randomness also, the roundness, it's looking proper round shape. So we can break this to add uh, pop force and give some noise value here. Or maybe we have our turbulence here, but our shape is still coming round. So we can add here also the noise and give some values. I think it's break, it's not coming a proper round shape. So I'll increase it more. Yeah, it's looking fine. Maybe we have to reduce this turbulence here. I think we have to reduce here also and increase the frequency a little bit. We have our rocket, we have our tail burst and this particle burst, and now we have to add popping particles, which is this one, this pop, pop, pop. So what we have to do now, again I have to just copy this one here. I'll just delete this merge, and now what we have to do here, when our particle are this let's, let me just connect, let me just connect this also here, or maybe I'll just remove this both of I just remove this both, and I'll take this one also only for now. So when this particle will die, our new particle will born, like we did here. When this point is when this point will die, this new particle will come, and again when will this particle die, the new particle will come. So again the same method we have to do, repeat it again. First of all, we have to reduce the count, so I'll reduce the count here, maybe only 10 or something, 50, and we have to increase the velocity here little bit. Or maybe 200. I think we don't need this, so I'll delete this and reduce this drag also. And now we have to again add a pop group, and again we have to repeat the same process. I add dead, we made the dead group here, So I'll take a, I have to rename it here. Maybe sorry, I have to take a new name. So I'll take a dead one. We can't give the same name, we have to change it, or we can give any name. So I'll give a dead one, and again I'll take pop replicate, and here I'll active the group and take dead one, and here I'll give impulse count, maybe 200, maybe 100. Mm, it's generating, but it's not going anywhere because we have to set the velocity. It's popping, but I have to reduce little more, around 30, 30, 30, and add a drag also. I think particle count is too much. We have to reduce the main particle here, and this particle also, around maybe 70. Yes, it's looking good. Now we have to set the life. Maybe reduce this drag and reduce the life also. It's looking good. Something, it's looking weird. Okay, okay. So we have this popping particles. Just rename it here. Pop particles. And merge it all here. Mm, we have to rename the particles. Sorry, we have to rename this node. It's very important because we have to call this particle separately when we will render. So this one is the trail, blast trail. Blast, blast trail. And this one is rocket trail. Sorry, this one is rocket point. No, yeah, this one is rocket trail, and I'm little confused. So we have this trail, and yes, this is the blast point. Blast points, and this one is the blast trail. This one is not blast trail. This one only blast points. So we have our trail, we have our blast rockets, and we have this blast points and this popping particle also. So if you can see, we have some turbulence here in this rocket trails. So we can add this also. After this blast trail, we have to add pop force. It is totally up to you what you have to do your fireworks. Pop force. So here I'll give some values around 0.5 or reduce the soil size. Maybe around 2. Let's just disconnect this for a moment. So as you can see, we have the turbulence in the trail. So our fireworks is ready, but we don't have the colors. So we can assign the random colors also. So what we have to do, we have to just maybe add just pop color here and set color type to constant to random. And now nothing will change. I think, yeah. So we have the multiple colors in the rockets. So like this we can give the random color here also. Let's connect it here. And here also. So our fireworks is ready. Now we have to render this. So for render, what we have to do, we have to go outside here, and now I'll take a delete node and separate the all element, because we have to render as a separate element, so we can comp it better way. So I'll render this trail separately, and we have this top points, and this blast point separately, this trail also separate, and the popping particle also separate. So how we can separate this all element? So I'll take this delete, and here I'll take uh, maybe first of all rocket trail, and here I'll select delete non-selected and points. So we have our trails here, and we also want the points here, points. So I'll just rename first rocket trail, and I'll copy this. Of location 1, this is our tip point, this is our rocket tip, and copy again, and we will take blast trail, so we have blast trail, So we have our all elements separately: rocket tape, blast trails, blast points, and popping particles. Now I'll take a point triangle node, and here what I have to do, so our upper particles will big and the tail particle will small scale. So we have to set it. So I'll take type add b scale is equal to ch ramp ch ramp. Here I'll type the ramp name, ramp comma add an age. So what it will do, it it scale the particle according to its their age. So when our particle is getting older, the scale will go down. So let's just set it here. Uh, to see the result in the viewport, I'll take a disk here. So we have our tip particle smaller scale and the tail particles have a bigger size, but we want reverse effect. So I'll set it ramp like this. So as you can see, maybe a little more. So we have this stepping issue still there, so we can increase it, this subtract here also. It's overall sampling. So as you can see, we we don't have our gapping here. So stepping issue is fixed. Now we can render this. So when you render this and comp it, you can get this type of effect. So here I'll render the tip point, which is this one, and I'll give some flare, I think flare or maybe glint effect, and give some glow. You can do whatever you want in the comp. So that's it for the tutorial. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Thanks for watching.